Alright, welcome back to ATM10 to the Sky. Today we'll be dealing with some of the GeOre automation, as you can see in the background right there. So, this is the older setup. This is my first revision right here. And here is the second revision. Kind of bunched it in, made it a little bit more compact. So here's the basics of it. You need power, obviously, either FE power or AE2 power. If you're using FE power, you'll probably need to convert that into AE2 power, so you can use that with your particular cables right here. So I have the growth accelerators right here. You're going to need one blue one, which is directional growth accelerator, and then you're going to need one red one, which is the boosted growth accelerator, and then the rest of them can be regular old-ass growth accelerators right there. In the center, we have the budding GeOre, and then over here, we have another cable with an annihilation plane. You can enchant the fortune if you want to, and then we have a storage bus just to put the shards in, and that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. You can also power up your growth accelerators with regular old mechanism power cables if you want to do that. And then you can also use a modular router, just to mine it up if you really want to. You can also use the Just Start Things clicker if you really want to do that. And that's totally okay. That is totally okay. So, but know this, the basics is one boosted, one directional, and the rest of them can be growth accelerators. So there we go. So yeah, if you want to see me go through the process of remaking this setup into this particular setup, then stay tuned. So is this the fastest that can go? No. No, it's not. No, it's not. We'll be doing this particular episode? No, we'll be doing this in a different episode. So stay tuned. Hello, and welcome back to All the Mods 10 to the Sky. Today we'll be filling around with the GeOres automation. And in the back over there is the, well, it's an example of how you can automate your GeOres. So let's take a look at that. And let's go all the way to the bottom here. Obviously, you need to supply it with power, AE2 power or FE or whatever power that you want to do. Just bring it on in there, just bring it on in there. And yeah, I know, you can set the power cables in order to power the growth accelerators that way if you want to. But then again, you'll have to power the annihilation plane a different way. Put down energy scepter into the annihilation plane if you want to do that. But you can very well use a modular router if you want to do that. So cool. Let's go back to over here. Here's the power going to the energy scepter, and then I have an energy cell right there supplying power to the AE2 network right here. And these cables are all online, so if you mouse over it, it'll say device on. And that is supplying power to these particular growth accelerators, and including the annihilation plane right up here, this little tiny network right there. Well, this whole thing's a network, so whatever. Anyway, we have a couple of growth accelerators. We have the blue one, which is a directional growth accelerators. This tells the GeOre clusters to grow only on one side, and the default is up. So right now, it's growing on the upside of the GeOre clusters, as you can see right there. And plus, most importantly, we have the boosted growth accelerator, which is faster than your regular growth accelerators. This is what makes it go a little bit faster. And then on the rest of it, you have the regular growth accelerators from AE2. So I have like all three of these right here. Do you need all three of these? No, you can just have like, just two of the normal growth accelerators right there. It'll still go, You can have one growth accelerator if you want. You can have none and just have the boosted one and blue one if you want to do that. Just keep in mind, it's going to be a tiny bit slower. So there we go. So I plugged down another cable like right on top. It doesn't have to be on the boosted. It can be on this side, it can be on this side, it can be on this side. You can plug in the cable and just route it back up to here if you want to do that with the annihilation plane. Just know that the annihilation plane will have to be on the side of the cluster over here. So keep in mind, just put it on the top. You can put it on this side if you want to. You can put it on this side if you want to. You can also put it on this side if you want to. Either way, just put the annihilation plane like right on it. Make sure it's plugged into the cable like right there. And then I have a storage bus somewhere on the network. It does not have to be up here. It can be down here if you want to, because this is the same cable. This is the same network right there. And we have the a drawer right there, just taking on the shards. So since it's filled up, it's not running, obviously. It's just like fill it up in like, what, a minute or two? So cool. It's pretty fast. Very fast indeed. So going down here, you can totally power it with the mechanism cables from mechanism. And yeah, you can just plug it on the bottom with the growth accelerators, and it just goes. It just goes. And then I have like a little flux point right here providing it with power. And then up here, we have the GeOre clusters, the budding GeOre right down here. And we have a modular router with the breaker module right there. There's the settings for that. I put like a really good pickaxe on it, like the stone breaker that I got from the Wandering Trader. It has Fortune 4 on it, so it's it's better than not having Fortune. And I have a whitelist on it, so we don't get the stone pebbles, so it mines the cluster when it's like all fully grown. So if I press C on that, that's the mining it from the front, and I have a whitelist for this particular cluster right there. So if you take a look in the drawer, I have all this in here. Pretty neat. Almost filled up. And early on, I forgot to set the filter, so I get these annoying little stone pebbles. So yeah, just keep in mind, if you mine it when it's not fully grown, you get the stone pebbles like right there. So cool. All right, so going over here. Oh boy. All right, let me explain this first revision right there, and let me see which one I can explain. Okay, we'll explain the redstone right here. So anyway, we're just gonna go all the way in here, and if you can see right in the back over here, we have the blue one, directional growth accelerator. So it's pretty much like this. It's pretty much like this. So let me see, where's the boosted one over here? Okay, that one's on the left. That's the red one. So if we're looking at from the front, we're looking at like this. So the redstone, imagine the redstone geore is right in the center instead of the emerald one. And then basically, I just don't have the front one. They run the front. So I have everything else, you know. I have the regular growth accelerators right there, right there. I have the boosted one right there. I have the directional one right there. So coming back to the redstone one, I have a pipe instead of the growth accelerator because I want to round robin the shards that I get into another drawer right down here, and then into the furnace right there in order to process it into redstone. So why am I doing the round robin? Well, I want to, equalize it and everything like that. Because if I just waste all my shards, then I'm not going to have anything to use. Although, if both these drawers are all filled up, then it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. So I kind of changed that like right over there. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit, you know. I'm still using 2 drawers in order to keep it apart. But I can take it or leave it, you know. So, yeah. Over there, I put in all the growth accelerators. So we'll take a look at that later. So over here, I have the annihilation plane just right next to the cluster over here, just mining it up. And I have a storage bus because you're going to need to place that somewhere. You know, if it doesn't have like anywhere to go, then it's not going to mine it up. So again, we have Fortune 5 on here, Efficiency 5. I'm not quite sure if Efficiency 5 matters or not. I mean, it probably doesn't do anything. But all I care is about having Fortune on it. And you get loads with Fortune. Unfortunately, for the Ancient Debris, it's a different story because you only get like, what, 1 to 2? Maybe 3? I don't know. So maybe Fortune is like wasted on the Ancient Debris. I don't have Fortune on here, by the way, so yeah. So anyway, don't worry too much about this particular revision right here. I mean, it works. It works. It's pretty fast. It's still pretty fast. But you can do whatever the heck you want in order to process your geos. There's many options. Many options. You want to use laser IO? Go right ahead. You want to use the pipes mod? Go right ahead. You want to use modular routers just to grab everything and just transfer everything? Go right ahead. You want to squeeze in the furnace like I do? You can do that too. If you want to like bring it out to somewhere else in order to get processed and not have to put the furnace right here, you can do that too. You know, to each their own. So anyway, we're going to work on this some more, and I want to compact this a little bit more. Is this like the last formation that I'll ever do? Probably, but kind of not liking the impact of this, you know? Kind of not liking the impact of this. So yeah, you can pack it in like a checkerboard pattern like this if you really want to, but there's going to be some complications because I want the furnaces down here, and that's going to be in the way. Now, if I can do the checkerboard pattern without having the processing like right down here, then you can do the checkerboard pattern. No problem. There's no problem with that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just gonna, like, I don't know, separate this out maybe, because I do want the room. So, yeah. I mean, you can pack it in if you want to, but, you know, there's a void over here. Look at all the room you have. You really need to pack it in? I get it. It's a checkerboard pattern. It looks really nice when you do it, and it's all, like, compact and neat. And, yeah, I get that. I like that, too. But, you know, if it comes to, like, if it just there's a line you have to draw down, you know, and you cross that line between like form and function, and it's like, you know, something's got to give, and it's given right now, and I might as well just like make it rows like I did before, like this, so I can like get in there, check out the drawers and everything like that, and even though that I compacted on the first row like that, it's still like a little bit cramped in there because and the furnace is like all the way stuck in there and stuff like that. But I can still get in there with the shrinking device. It's not a problem at all. But you know, it's kind of like a minor inconvenience, and I kind of don't want to do that. So if you want to do that, that's totally fine. That's totally up to you if you want to do that. But that's just to save on like boosted growth accelerators and everything like that. I think that's good, and it looks nice. I think those are the reasons for compacting into a checkerboard pattern this way. And I've heard like some people on Discord just like building like a massive cube out of like a geore automation with 82 and all that stuff. That sounds bonkers, and that sounds amazing at the same time, and I get that. It's like a wonderful symmetric cube. So cool. So let's break this down. And then I'm just going to move it to a different row. All right, there we have it. We took out one of the corners over here, so we're just going to move it over, maybe by one, because we still want to like not waste space over here. So we're just going to put it in the center like that. And let's see, how the heck are we going to do this? Obviously, we're going to run out the power cable over here, so I'm going to do that. All right, there we go. And then we're going to put down the bottom bits first, because it's easier to access that way before we start building up the top. So we're going to put the furnace over here, and then this one will be taking stuff from the left. So we're just going to get rid of this. Configure that. All right, it's going to take stuff from the left and then put the stuff, the output, onto the right side. So we're going to do auto input and auto output right there. And we're going to add the little factory upgrade, and then we're going to do auto split on. All right, so first of all, let's see. What is this one? That is 16,000. Okay. And this one is the output chest drawer. And this is the 1 mil right there. So which one is the 1 mil over there? Okay, the 1 mil is the input drawer. So I'm going to put that like right there. And it's taking all the shards in, as you can see. And then this one is going to be the output. This is like a compacting drawer with iron in it. All right, cool. Now just keep like a bit of the shards while it's still getting the shards. I want to be able to have access to some of it, you know. What if I need vibranium right now and still like mining all the iron shards away? So I'm not going to have anything left. So that means I'm going to have to plunk down another drawer and just take some of it out of that particular drawer. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that down right there. And I'm going to get one of the polar upgrades. And then I'll put it inside this particular drawer right there. Okay. And then, oh, it already has one. Okay, fine. Let me get rid of this one. All right, there we go. And then it will pull from the right side. We're going to set that to pull from the right side. And that should keep it topped up a little bit. Keep it topped up a little bit. Now, I did test this with the lapis over here, and it still looks pretty good, because even though I'm not doing the round robin, it looks pretty even to me. So I'm getting this much lapis inside here, and then I'm also filled up the lapis shards right here. So cool. So I don't need the round robin thing. It looks pretty even to me, just as long as it's not taking all of it in one direction or another. So let's say if this drawer is taking all the shards and not going to have anything left for this drawer, then that's a problem, you know. If the furnace is taking all the shards and not supplying into this particular drawer, then that's also a problem, because I want both of them equally, you know, at this current time and any point in the future. So cool. All right, so let me just turn this drawer around like so, because I want it to be facing that way. All right, there we go. And what is this? Okay, that's a different one. We'll just put that aside there. All right, there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and plunk down some cables. Okay, let's see. That one is, where's that one? Okay, I'll put that down like that. And then I'm gonna plunk down the directional growth accelerator, like right in the middle there. And then I'm going to run some more cables like so. Okay, there we go. Pretty much going to be like a cube cable with the growth accelerator right in the middle. All right, so we're going to take out boosted ones, and then we're going to put that over here. Now, why are we putting it over on the right side and not over here? Well, you'll see why later. You'll see why later, because you just put it over here. That means these two are sharing it. And that's going to be an issue right there. So I'm going to get the regular growth accelerator. So I'm going to put the rest on the other sides, like that. All right, cool. So let's wire this cable up because it's lacking power right now. So we're just gonna go to the bottom here, plug that down right there, and then we're going to get an energy acceptor right there. And let me get another one. Energy acceptor. I'm probably going to need another energy cell. Now, which one am I using over here? Okay, that's the dense one. So let me just get another dense one here. All right, there we go. And then we're going to get an energy acceptor. No, don't power my dense energy cell, please. Okay, energy acceptor. All right, and then where did I place that one? Down the middle? Okay, so we'll just get rid of this one there. And energy acceptor right there. And then we're going to put down an energy cell right there. Now, why do we need an energy acceptor? Because we need to convert the power, FE power, into AE power. And then we're going to have to store it a little bit, you know. These things do eat power like candy. So even if you don't have the energy cell on it, it's probably not going to work. Because you just plug it directly into the energy acceptor. Well, I don't think it will work. So here, let me try it. Let me try it. Oh, it's already connected anyway. So let me see. Is it online? Oh, yeah, it's online. Okay, maybe it does work that way. Maybe it does work that way. So, but I like to have that extra buffer right there. But you know what? Why would it work like this? Hold on. Let me do some more testing. Okay, it's offline right now. Yeah. Get the energy acceptor right there. Okay, it's offline right now. It has no power. Let's do this. Does it work? Okay, it's online. We'll see. We'll see about that. We'll see. All right. So let me get a storage bus, like right there, because we need it to place the shards somewhere. So this would be the input chest right there. And then up here, we'll put an annihilation plane right on top. And this does have like fortune on it. Yeah, like right there. Right. And it is online. And let me see. Let me get a cluster out here. Okay, where was the iron cluster? Okay, here it is. All right, and then we'll put that like right there. It'll grow real fast right there. All right, great. All right, storage bus is right there. And now since it's like this drawer is like filled, it has nowhere for the shards to go. So it's not mining it right now. Not mining it right now. So cool. All right, let me see. That's everything connected. Okay, that's everything connected. Oh, very nice. Very nice. And I can just take like a couple of blocks out like that, and it'll probably like do it, right? Yeah. Oh yeah. Auto input and then auto output. Okay. And then this one is, let me see what's going on here. Okay, that one's filled. Can I take another block and it'll be fine? Yeah. Let's see, 200. Oh, just okay, there we go. There we go. All right. Does that have less? It has less right now. So that's the storage bus right there. And let's see, that one is the annihilation plane right there. That one's connected. Okay. Let me get rid of this one, and then this one over here. That's the storage bus, okay? And this is the iron one, right? Okay, that's the iron shards right there. All right, great. Well, if I just take like a stack out, will it start going? Aha. Really? Okay. Now, let me try it with an empty drawer over here. Because it should have like filled it up. So let me just try it like this. No, interesting. Okay. All right. All right. All right, you know what? Let me put that back on there. Drawer. Okay, put that like right there. All right, so it doesn't seem to be mining or anything like that. Let's see if we add the dense energy cell back in, it'll start working. So let me try that. Let's see. This one is over there, right? So let's put that back over there. Now, is that the reason? Okay, that's the reason. It doesn't have enough power. So yeah, you do need some kind of energy cell on here, so it has enough power in order to do that. You can't just mouse over it and say, oh, it's online, it doesn't do anything. Well, it's not going to be like enough power for it. So you gotta have enough power for it to perform. You might be able to get away with it if you like maybe have like no fortune on it or whatever. But it's probably better if you have like an energy cell right there. So cool. All right, so that's working. It's getting like this door's already filled up. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. And it's still mining, right? Okay, yeah, it's still mining right there. And then it's gonna stop. There we go. It stopped. All right, so there we go. That's a 1 iron GeOre cluster right there. You can make another one. You need like loads of iron right there. So yeah, let's go ahead and deal with this cluster over here. Do I have another cluster in here? What is this one? That's uranite. And that's uranium. But what happened to the other one? Okay, it's right here. It's right here. That's the example that I have over here. So this is uranite right there. That's another uranite. Okay, let me get this one. And then we'll go ahead and set up over here as well. But the thing is, the uranium's in the way. So let me do the uranium first. Okay, just put these down. Okay, cool. And let me switch out the iron ore because this one's not upgraded. Okay, this one is that one. So I'll put that right back on there. Okay, you can see it over there. Alright, so let's extend this portion out, like so. And then we'll basically put it in the configuration. We'll share one of the growth accelerators over here. And we'll put that, like, right there. Okay, that's the boosted one. And before we build out much of the top here, we're just going to set up the bottom here. Get this back, and then get this out of here. Put these away. Alright, cool. Alright, furnace. That one goes out there, so I might as well just put it over here or something. Let me see. Okay, that one... Where did I put the furnace over here? Okay, I put it over there. Okay, cool. Alright, let's see if I can do this. That? It's facing the right way? Okay, it is. Cool. Alright, right-click that. Set up your inputs and outputs. Okay, auto input and auto output. Put the factory upgrade in there. Auto split is on. And then we'll pump down the drawers. So let's see. That one goes onto the furnace. So put the drawer over there as input. Then we have the output, which is uranium right there. Alright, cool. And then we have the extra shards. So let me get that one as well. Where did I put that one? Okay, it's over here. Then we'll put that one like right there. Now, does this one have the polar upgrade? Okay, that's the polar upgrade. And we're gonna pull from the right. Alright, cool. Alright, now that we have that set, we'll run some power cables out here. Okay, power the furnace. Alright, great. Alright, so next, we'll plunk down the rest of the growth accelerators. So the cable's out here. Okay, this one goes in the middle. Okay, plunk that one down. Plunk in the growth accelerators. Alright, there we go. Okay, then we get the uranium. Uranium geore. I'll put that right there. Alright, great. Look how fast it grows. Alright, we got the annihilation plane. Put a cable right there. Annihilation plane goes over there. And we're going to need a storage bus on the drawer, so we're going to put that right there. Alright, great. Wonderful. It's already filled up, right? Yeah, kinda. It's going. Going. Nice. And then it's going to stop momentarily. And there it goes. Okay, it stopped. Alright, so great. This one's filled up, so is the other one. And there we go. We have the uranium. All automated right there. All automated. So, cool. Alright, so let's get the other ones done. And this is... What is this again? This is uranite. Okay. Okay. Get rid of these pipes cables. Alright, put the furnaces back in. I need to get some more vibranium furnaces. There we go. So if you want to know how to automate the vibranium and the crystalline ingots, stay tuned for that particular episode. Now, of course, you can stick with the netherite furnace if you want to. You can even go all ammonium furnace if you want to, but that's like 5 cooking time right there. And the vibranium has like 1 cooking time. All right, there we have it. One vibranium furnace. It does take a second in order to make these things. All right, so we got another furnace here. Let's extend out another cube. All right, there we go. You have to be careful about the channels over here because if you mouse over here, there's like 6 channels left. So I can very well put another one like right over here, and then another one like right over here, and then I'm out of channels. You know, like at that point you'll have to use the quartz low fiber in order to separate the data cables, but then still transfer power over. So yeah, that's another thing you gotta deal with. But it's not that difficult to do. So all right, so let's place down the furnaces. That one is over there, so I'm just gonna right there, I think. Is it like 1 square apart, or is it like 2? Yeah, it's 1 square apart. Interesting. All right, cool. All right, we're gonna right-click the furnace at the factory thing. Turn on auto split. Configure our sides over here. Put, output, auto input, and auto output. Okay, cool. All right, so where's the drawers over here? Okay, this is for the emeralds. We had to work on the uranite first. So this is the 1 mil chest over here. So we're gonna put that right there. That's the input for the furnace. Alright. Where are the other ones? Let's see, emeralds. Those are the emeralds, right? Okay, those are the emeralds. Okay, that's the emerald. I'm gonna put that aside. Alright, here you go. Oh, there they are. Okay, there's the uranite, of course. Give me that. And this one is what, 16K? Okay, that's 16K. And this is uranite, right? Okay, this is uranium. Okay, and what is this? Oh, hold on, this is 16K. And this one, okay, that's the other way around. Hold on, that's the output drawer. This one is a little bit different, you know. So that is 16K right there. And what's the 1 mil? Okay, there's the shards. The shards go there first. Okay, there we go. Alright, so this is the output. Right there. And let me get these back. Okay, get rid of these. Okay. Alright. When it's powered, it will be smelted into these things. And let me see. That is true, right? Okay, that's true. Alright. And then we're going to need a little bit extra shards, so we're going to put another drawer like right there. Alright, and then this one should have a polar upgrade. Right there. Now, pull from the right. Cool. Alright, we're going to need more storage buses. Put that right there. And there goes another channel. Alright, now we're going to plunk down in our cable. And start putting down our growth accelerators. Right there, and right there. Now, we don't need a boosted one because we already have one over here. No, we're sharing. We are absolutely sharing. Alright, let's see. This is uranite, so let me get this cluster out. Okay. Over here, and look at how fast it is. I'll put that over here. Then we're going to need more annihilation planes. Do I have any more? I have one over there. This one I had an extra one. Oh, you know what? Let me get this one back then. Okay, there we go. Right, cool. Alright, stopped. Alright, there we go. I can just get in here and just take a look at the inner workings of the drawers and the cables over here if I really needed to. So, cool. Very nice indeed. Alright, so at this point, I'm just going to take my little linking tool and link it to the drawer control that I have over here. Right, there we go. Add, and then we're going to add all the drawers. I'm going to add this one and maybe this one. Just in case, you never know, you know. If this particular drawer over here is empty and this one's like half filled, then, you know, I can take from this particular drawer if I really needed to. So here's the copper drawer. So I'll link that one. Lapis drawer, gold drawer. And this one is the gold shards. More of the gold shards over here. Lapis shards, lapis shards. Okay, great. And then over here, here's the uranium. Here's the uranite. Here's the iron. Iron shards. Uranium shards. And the uranite shards. Okay, great. And there we have it. There we have it. And then we're going to finish the other ones. And it's pretty much going to be the same thing, you know. It's pretty much going to be the same thing. So yeah, I think that's about it, really. That's about it. So just gonna move all these other ones. Just break this down and just add it to the rows over here. And just add it to the rows over here. And yeah, we're good. So how many channels do we have left? We have 2 more channels. That's good enough for like 1 more plane and 1 more storage bus, like right there. So let's see. That is, if I were to put like another one over here, that means I have like 2 more blocks over here. So just stop like right here. And then I can add another one like right here. And then another one like right here. But then again, I have to separate that out with some quartz fiber, like right there. So yeah, maybe we should keep going a little bit. Just see if that happens. So let's go ahead and do that, yeah? Alright, great. I need to put some stuff away. Look at all the junk. I won't need another energy cell or an energy acceptor. Totally fine with us. Probably not the anchor cables, that's fine. Put this stuff away. Alright, great. Did I end up powering the furnace under here? Oh, I didn't power the furnace. Hold on. Here. And that one goes out to there. Okay. That one's probably like going that way anyway. Alright, there we go. Nice. That will ramp up again. Alright, great. Alright, let me get another furnace. Then, what is the next one here? That is, let me get this one back. What is this one? Emerald? Okay, let me get this one back. Alright, cool. That one away. And then, I'm gonna get the drawers. Okay, this one's emerald. And that one's an extra one. Okay, that one's diamond. It should be in here somewhere. Okay, there it is. Alright. We're going to put the 1 mil over here. And then that one goes in the back. Here's the extra one. And I'm going to put the output on the back here. Alright, there we go. And we're going to get the furnace out. Alright, there we go. Right click that. Configure it. Okay, factory upgrade, auto split. Alright, great. And we're just gonna power it. Alright, cool. Alright, now we can put down the growth accelerators. Okay. The one goes there. And we're going to need another boosted one, like right there. Both. Accelerator right there and right there. Okay, probably don't need the dense cables. Here, you can put that away. Alright. Another cable here. And I'm going to need another annihilation plane from somewhere. I just don't know where to grab it from. Am I just like one short annihilation plane? Let me see. Oh, no, they're all in here. Okay. See what we have here. That's Fortune 5. Wait, let me get these out. Get these back. Annihilation plane. Any reason why these don't stack? Because one of them has power or something. And they're both the same. Oh, okay, fine. Fine, let me get this. I'll put it over here. Doesn't matter if it doesn't have efficiency. It probably doesn't do anything anyway. Alright, so this is the emerald GeOre. So where did I put the emerald one? Okay, here it is. That right there. And then we're going to need a storage bus down there. There we go. Nice. And now we're out of channels on this particular cable. There we go. Nice. Nice. Alright, so let's move the diamond over. Let me get this out of the way. Okay. Now we're going to need to make another furnace. Okay, get rid of this thing, get rid of this thing, get rid of that thing. Oh, did I put the polar upgrade in here? Oh, I did. Do that, and then pull from the right. Okay, great. This one? Okay, that's fine. Alright, this one is 16K. Okay, put the 1 mil right there. And then the 16K goes like right next to it. And this one gets a polar upgrade. All right, there we go. And go over here, make another furnace. Oh, we're out of diamond shards because I mined up all the shards. All right, some of these. Okay, here you go. All right, do that. That'll take a little bit. All right, so where is that diamond? Okay, it's over here. All right, there we go. All right, let's start linking some more drawers here. It's linked already? Yeah, anyway. Here, link this one. Link this one. This one, this one, this one, and this one. Make sure they're all linked. Okay, cool. All right. Put down power cable like right there. All right, get the furnace out. Okay. And then that one is pulling from the left. Okay. All right, configure these. Input and output. Factory upgrade, auto split. Okay, there we go. There we go. Nice. All right, now let's do the cables. All right, there we go. Now we need to do it in such a way where we need to still provide power to this particular cable, but we need to disconnect the data. So I'm gonna use these quartz fiber just to disconnect it, but we're still like connecting the power. If you want to do both the data and the power, then you should use the anchors. Okay, there we go. Now the thing is, since the boost growth accelerator right here is part of this particular cable over here, this one is part of this network right there, quote unquote network. So that means if you want to add, like, say the annihilation plane, like right on top of this growth accelerator, it's for this one over here, not this one. And if you are doing that, you'll need to put the storage bus like right here and then filter it because well, I don't think you need to filter it because drawers will have stuff in it anyway. Then again, you'll have to put the storage bus over here and then put a drawer on this particular network and not here. But I want to put it on over here, so that means I have to put the annihilation plane on the cable over here, which I'm going to do anyway. So, all right. So growth accelerator. I plugged it down right there, and right there. So since this growth accelerator is connected to this particular cable over here and not over here, that means I can put the annihilation plane on top of over here, like so. Like that. And then the storage bus will have to go, unfortunately, not here, because now that's an issue right there. Because if I put the storage bus like right on top of here, then that means it's going to be a part of this cable and not over there. So let me see how I'm going to fix that. All right, let me just do it like this, and then like this, and then I'm going to grab this one back. All right, that should work. That should work. This one has 8 channels. That one still has 8 channels. Okay, good. Then I can stick like a storage bus like right there. And that's 2 channels because we have like a storage bus there and an annihilation plane like right up there. All right. Directional growth accelerator. And put the rest of them down here. Okay. Right there. Okay, great. Now I'm gonna get the diamond one out here. That one right there. Okay, great. Now it's mining it and just topping off this drawer like right here. All right, cool. Very nice. All right, this is how the polar upgrade. Okay, let's pull them from the right. And let me link these just to make sure they're linked. So make sure they're linked. All right, cool. All right, there we have it. Let me just get rid of these now. And then we can put more on here if we want to, because we have like space for one more. We have space for one more. All right, cool. And now just leave this cable alone because these things are still going. All right, there we have it. There we have it. Looks like it all works. Looks like it all works. And then we can add like another one, like right here. Right here. And then this one can be moved over here. Then I have 2 more spots over there. So this is like 2, 3. So I can move the redstone and the coal and the ancient debris like right in there. and then I'll start like a new row for everything else. There are plenty of other geores that you can add to the automation list. It's not the end of the list. So take a look at the geores. Let's see, which ones would we rather have on here? It's the lapis we've done, redstone we've done. Oh, those are rubies. Okay. Then you have the sapphires. Okay, cool. You have the zinc. You have the aluminum, the lead. So yeah, you have the rest of the materials that you can automate. Like the nickels, the platinums, the osmium. All the good geores right there. So cool. All right, so this is how I am automating the geores right here. You can choose to do it a different way if you want to. If you want to build like a giant cube of 82 and geore clusters, go right ahead. Go right ahead. If you want to do like modular routers like I have over here, you can do that too. If you want to use power cables instead of 82 cables, go right ahead. Go right ahead. More than one way to do it. Is this the right way? It's the right way for me. Is it the right way for you? Probably. If it's not the right way for you, you can change it up. Make it right for you. So cool. All right. So I'm pretty much okay with this particular configuration. I have all of the growth accelerators on all the sides right now. So as opposed to this one where it's like spaced out and everything like that, I probably like save a couple of growth accelerators by putting it together like that and sharing it. And I'm also powering up the 82 cables instead of like running power cables up to it, like how I did over here. So it's like a little bit more streamlined, a little bit more compact like that. So yeah, I'm pretty much okay with this. I'm pretty much okay with this. Until I'm not, and then I'm changing it again. So yeah. So you can do whatever you want in order to set it up, however you want to process it, however you want to farm it up. That's totally fine. That's totally up to you. Yeah. So is this form the final form? Probably not. Probably not. Is it okay for now? Yes, it is okay for now. Now, is this the fastest it can be? No. No, it's not. And we'll see why in another episode. So yeah, this has been another episode of All the Mods 10 to the Sky. I've been FOMO Block, and I'll see you next time.